Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fear and live an awesome life. I want to talk about being comfortable with not knowing. The ego is what needs to have control and know everything. The spiritual you, which is really all you really are, the true you, is okay with not knowing because it knows that everything will always be as it should be and that it's for the best for you and that there's never anything to fear. So when I teach you guys break through fear and you do my courses or whatever else we talk about or just on this channel, I show you that breaking through fear is what opens the gateway to all abundance. So let's talk about not knowing. When you know that everything is absolutely perfect and anything that happens here is really not real in the essence of it, nothing really can truly harm you, you're totally at peace, even when you have to go through difficult times. So what happens when you're in this situation where you're not experiencing what you want? Maybe you're not feeling right about a situation, a relationship, health, financial. Some of you are like getting hit with all the above. First of all, the universe is giving you how many messages that you need to let go of every single one of those things, the job, the relationship, and whatever you're holding inside that's creating the ill health. These are all messages. Everything that you see manifest is a direct reflection of your thoughts and feelings. If you don't like what you're seeing, change this. But most of us don't believe we have that power to do that. So we continue to look to the outside or blame the outside and poor me. And I've gone through all these things. I hear all these long drawn out stories and they're real. They're traumatic. I know you guys are experiencing some, horribly painful things. But you don't have to struggle if you see it as an opportunity for change. You know that things are out of check in your life. And so when you focus on changing those, you become much more, let's say, you're not as afraid and you're not as fearful because you feel like you have control. Now herein is the ego, is when it has to always know what that final outcome is going to be. I need to know I'll be in love again. I need to know I'll have the money. I need to know I'll have the great job. I need to know blah, 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 any number of things. And this is why we see psychics and astrologists, and we're watching all these channelers that are going to tell us what the future is. I'm going to tell you something. Shut her down. Why? You control the future. We do. Nostradamus, Edgar Cayce, they have not predicted the future accurately, but they did it the moment they predicted it. We changed it, and they both said, we're showing you this so that you know that you can change this. So you can read all the horoscopes you want. You can watch all the channelers you want, especially the gloom and doom. Shut that down. We don't need that. It's like illness. Illness is just a reflection of what needs to be corrected. So look at the illness not as something negative, but something needs to be corrected. All the things that may happen to this earth, if you raise your frequency, you will not experience those things. You don't have to. You're on a higher realm, a higher reality, a different dimension. And everybody else who's still in that frequency that's going to create earthquakes and floods and all that other garbage, they will experience it. They need to. And they'll get to the higher frequency eventually. You don't need to know anything. You're creating it. So when you're trying to have a final answer, I'm going to tell you right now, and you're seeking it, you're not believing that you're doing it. You think that there's something that's already predetermined for you, and it's not. You determine it right now. So whatever exists in that future that's undesirable, right now you can change it. But you have to believe it. And if you don't believe it, you can continue down that road. You can live on the earth that floods and has earthquakes and all that stuff. We're experiencing it anyways, but it's nowhere near like we've been told. Why? Because we're going into a frequency that no longer is going to experience the extremes I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is what I'm contributing to the collective consciousness. And all I know is what I control up here and in here. And that I manifest that world. I really do. But we all contribute as a collective to it. That's why we came on this planet. We're getting to experience a collective manifesting. And we can all raise it, and we can all be totally abundant. We can all experience total peace. It could be amazing. You get to choose that. So when you're wanting answers, that's your ego that doesn't believe it controls its future or even present day. You're worried. So you want to look into that future. You're creating it. Why don't you write your own horoscope? Write your own whatever. So why don't we do that right now? Mine's Pisces. Pisces. Get ready. You're going to travel. An exciting opportunity is going to show up. You're going to change people's lives in ways you never imagined. You're going to have blah, 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 blah. Right? I already know these things about myself. I see it every day in my head. And then when I need answers, I'm like, oh, okay, what is it I really want? Okay, let's say you want a home. And you're like, all right, so what is it about all these things? My life is a little all over. Let's say you say, well, if I had a home, I'd like that security, that beautiful place or whatever. And then you envision it. And then boom. Okay, wow, all right, that's what I needed. I needed that home to sort of pull my picture together, that scenario of my life that I want. And then so you picture the home. And then what happens is the universe starts to go, somebody will go, hey, they'll send you a picture of they don't even know you're thinking about a home, and they send you a picture and go, this would be like really cool, and it's in a different state. I had this happen. Somebody sends me something that's in a different state than I never even imagined living in. All of a sudden I'm going, you know what? I might want to consider that. So the universe will start to send you those ideas according to your positive thinking about that future you're creating. So, Leo, Aries, whatever, write it down. What a fabulous year. You're going to go through a transition. You're going to shut off all the things that don't work for you, and you'll be okay with it. Because it's going to lead you to better things. Write that future. Write that prediction. Write that horoscope. Horoscopes, the only thing that horoscopes can really give you ideas about what energy is happening out here, how planets are aligned with, it doesn't stop you from doing anything. It never stops you. No horoscope tells me if I'm going to have a good or bad day. I determine that. There may be challenges, but it never has to be translated into something negative. Be careful certain days, so I'll pay more attention or whatever. I actually don't read my horoscope. Have you ever read like one of them? Like there's 500 different versions. Hey, if you look long enough, you'll find your horoscope that day that you like. Come on. And there's some really good people out there. Ringing started again. I've never had that before. I'm starting to get the ringing. I know you guys are getting that. Start creating your reality right now. We're doing it, man. We are doing it. Create it, create it, create it. What is it? Write it down. Shut down the other people who are telling you the gloom and doom. Those people, the real ones that were really accurate, tell us we can change everything, that we predict our own future. They're telling us certain things so that we can change it. Because at that moment, that was the path we were on. We're not on that path anymore. Yay! You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Write your horoscope. What is it? And write it every day. Write it every day. Today, you're going to get a brilliant idea. Today, you're going to get that whatever project done. Today, you will be inspired. Today, you're going to, whatever it is. You're your own psychic. And you really do have those abilities. Start tapping into them. Because the veil is coming down and you're being shown stuff. And if you're not paying attention to it, missing out on some great opportunities. Blessings, miracles to you, my friend. You are a powerhouse beyond what you can imagine. What are you going to do with it? Positive, beautiful things, and send it out. Send your light and love out to this universe. We are changing this planet. We're raising the frequency. Do that every day. Do it as many times a day as you can, and watch what happens for you. Because what you send out, you are, you receive, and you're connecting to that higher frequency. Namaste.